Good morning, pregame crew. It is Tuesday, December 14th, 8:23 a.m. Eastern, 6:23 a.m. Mountain Time. How are you doing? Hit the like button. Thank you, Amira Asia. Hey, Jerome. Audiovisual check, please. Hey, Veronica, John, George. Serge. I'm sorry, I can't say your name. Night Truck, Roger. Good morning. Good morning. It is a bumpy night out there, folks. It is just super bumpy. I can't think of a more eloquent way of stating what's going on with the market right now. It's just not looking healthy. And weekly inside bars are what I think is to blame in FOMC. Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate it. Happy Not Monday. Hey, Nick. Hey, Topher. I will go over SGMA for Amira Asia. He is a TCG member, and I'm giving you first priority. So this move has retraced way too much. We're right at the 50% retrace. So you would want to see about a 38% pullback hold for it to have a bull flag continuation pattern. So right now I would look for a lower high to be the result of any bounce from here. And overall, the hourly is just tightening. You're going to want to see yesterday's low hold first thing, 1305. If not, then I would be looking bearish because this chart, beautiful move here. I'm going to clear all this off. And then we got that upper wick of profit taking yesterday. Just gave back too much. It's not what you want to see in a bull flag formation. Hi, Gerard. Good afternoon to you. All right. I will take request before we get officially started in 5 minutes. I will take request. I'm always going over charts. If I'm talking, I'm trying to educate. So I guess I could say I've already officially started. UTZ. Is that a coin? No. Okay. We have a dividend coming up. December 17th. That's not a big dividend. Shouldn't impact price. Beautiful day yesterday, beautiful candle, but odds favor a lower high compared to 1805. Here, let me draw it for you. So we just have this long series from here, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So now the bulls need to get over 1805 to actually get a trend change going. Okay, food. Candy, I don't know what this company does. So we got a bit of a stair step pattern. This candle somewhat negates it, but 1805 is what they need to get over. Beautiful move on the hourly. I would be looking to buy a pullback if you want to swing trade this. This is a nice risk reward area. I shouldn't say nice risk reward because we're too far from the stop. A visit back to the 4-hour EMAs may be a good place to enter to see if this temporary bottom is put in on this chart. This chart has some crazy wicks, but I would go as far to say as we were looking for a monthly high or low here. Weekly got oversold a while back. Bears will be waiting. Bills will be waiting. I told you I wouldn't do that to y'all anymore, but I did it. Bears will be waiting at 1805 on this name. SQQ, I don't chart any name like Nugget, SQQ. They have decay built in because they're a 3 times ETF. So you're always better off to chart the underlying. So on QQQ, we have a double weekly inside bar. So and we are right at, let me show you the 50% retrace, 38975. So bulls need to step in here. We could have a boring day ahead as we await FOMC. So we're right here at this 50%. So if we bounce, we'd still be looking for a lower high compared to 400, that $400 crazy resistance overhead. So we'd look for a lower high. We are not oversold on the 4-hour, and we are oversold on the hourly. So at open, I would be looking for long plays overall on QQQ just for a dead cat bounce. Good day. I will be going over ETH. Tesla, we are in gap fill territory. How do you know if we're looking for a higher low, lower high, higher high, lower low? You're constantly looking at probabilities. So let me go back. Who asked me? UTZ. So it's about probabilities here. So here on the daily and on the weekly, do you see how far we V-shaped bounce? We've had a great bounce, but still the entirety of this move is $4 on a $17 stock. Odds favor, we're going to get a lower high. So it's all about probabilities. It's never absolutely this is the way it's going to be. But we would look for a lower high somewhere in this area compared to 1805. Unless this is a news-driven event, then we could totally just V-shape into a higher high. But typically this size pullback, you're going to get a lower high on the bounce. Good morning. That is not an odd question at all, by the way, Steve. At all. Okay, one more coin. Tesla's in gap fill territory, so remember that. Coin held this bottom. Oh, that was a nice bottom fish. Y'all remember this chart later when I show you KKR. Y'all remember this chart. So you see how we hit the support within 34 cents and we bounced. So that was a good hold. So now did we get that higher low set on the daily? We need to get over yesterday's high to prove that that 24480 is our in fact daily higher low. Get over 256.50 and you make a better case for the bulls, and then 257.50 is your next resistance. Most likely scenario. Yep, Steven, I know you're not part of the TCG community because that's all we say in there. If you take a shot every time Dan or I or Denzi or Jason says most likely scenario, then oh, that's sweet, Steven. You would be drunk by 7 a.m. because we say most likely scenario a lot. So you see ES right now is potentially rolling over here with this hourly bear flag. So let me introduce myself. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of Chart Gal's community. We teach technical analysis. So we have a swing report service. We have a Trader Pro alert service, which is for our crypto. And then we have our educational courses and then the community. And the community is really where we teach people how to fish. We're posting setups, we're posting news, but we're also just guiding you and teaching you so you can do this for yourself. So let's zoom out to the weekly. So yesterday we had a look above and fail. So we looked above last week's high by not even $10 and we pulled back. Why? Because NASDAQ hit that resistance and failed. So NASDAQ and RTY for me hold the keys to the kingdom for the week. Look at RTY. We're in our second weekly inside bar. And y'all know what I say. What is an inside bar? When you zoom into shorter time frames and you have a inside bar on a larger time frame, you see the drunk girl walking home from the bar in high heels, meaning that the price action is extremely erratic when it's confined. So look here, higher high, higher low, break down to lower low, lower high, bear flag, just it gives you everything. So right now NQ has an hourly bear flag. So we saw last week bulls run to the heavy cash names like Microsoft and Apple. They have lots of cash on the balance sheet. You can juice them and really run the market. And those got thrown away yesterday. Apple started pulling back exactly when NASDAQ hit that resistance. If you didn't watch Dan's market video yesterday, I suggest that you do. It was a really good one. So we have confirmed this bear break now on NASDAQ hourly, and we are still oversold here. So the next thing we'd be looking for, so I won't look long until 4 hour gets oversold on NASDAQ. Does that make sense? Because this hourly bear flag just cooled off RSI a bit. Now we're rolling over. Now I wait for 4 hours. So let me go set my alert. Tell me when RSI crosses 30 on the 4 hour. And then I'll still look. It doesn't mean I'll necessarily take the trade, but it's nice to know when you're in those zones or those areas so you could take your foot off the pedal. If you're short, you need to know when you're 4 hour oversold. So these weekly inside bars for me are the story. So if this were not FOMC week. What I would be looking to do, let me zoom in again and show you. So look at this 50% retrace here, 15998. So we are right in the middle of last week's zone. Of course, we're $70 below that now, but I would typically look to sell an iron condor if we had this very large range and we're coming right to the 50% retrace, because odds favor we're going to stay within this range. FOMC throws it's a fly in the ointment for the week, but that would be something I would normally do, is look to sell an iron condor. I won't be doing it because of FOMC, but we are losing this 50%. The next support fib wise is 15894. What could happen is we could end up with a weekly outside bar. So ES looked above and failed. And so if you watch Sarah's videos, the 50% retrace, so it could be once ES hits that 50% retrace that we just fall on through and we hit an outside week. That's possible. And with FOMC this week, it makes it even more of a scenario or possibility. But I'm just going to take this trading day, this trading week, 15 minutes at a time. All right. So what I normally do is I show you my chart setup. It's on the screen now. A little late showing you that, but I'm going to delete it now. Give me some real estate. These weekly inside bars are creating some, I like to call it misdirection within on NQ and RTY, these inside bars. And then we have the FOMC anxiety layered on top of these weekly inside bars, and it's just causing some real erratic behavior. And for me, I had to dig to get these names today, and that tells me that I need to pump the brakes on trading today, because I was really digging. I was trying to find y'all bull names, bear names, but it was like pulling teeth. Okay, so on ES, your next support is 453150. How much of a retrace is this? That's not bad. We are right at the 0.382 retrace from the December 3rd low to the December 13th high. So this is an interesting area. We have mean reverted, meaning we did mean reversion. We went back to the mean of the 21 EMA on the daily. We're resting on that. There's nothing bearish about resting on the daily 21 EMA. So please remember that. We've lost the 21 EMA on NQ, and we know NQ can propel and drag ES down farther. Farther is distance. One of those two things. Okay, RTY, of course, we have this daily EQ forming with these weekly inside bars. Bulls have given themselves enough room for a potential higher low. Let's see if they can do it. Support 2139, 2136. IWM is pretty flat and mild. And look at YM. YM did something nobody else did. See, it didn't get an inside bar. It broke bull. It broke bull last week, and then this week it made it a little higher high. Hopefully it's not an outside week for YM, but YM's been holding up pretty well. So YM's the strongest, then RTY, then RS, and NASDAQ is just a super drag. All right, Bitcoin. Yes, Sarah Strat Sniper. Yep, she's really good. Oh, thanks, Floyd. I appreciate it. Instant sell on futures. We had news. All right. Let me get back to where I was. So Bitcoin bulls are really fighting over here. We had this hourly bear flag set up, and they're looking to negate it. Where are we on the retrace? We're right at that 0.382. Do you see that? 47676, that's the 0.382. So that means that this bear flag is still in play. Here. And then we only had a 38% retrace. So the bulls have not necessarily given themselves enough room for a higher low at a 0.382. If we could get to the 50% retrace, then they've given themselves enough room for a higher low. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So on the hourly, we got that bearish reversal candle. We just confirmed you have support at 46819, 46344. This is such an important chart for me. Putting my hands touching around the subject of retracements, size, what's healthy, what's not, has changed my trading. So really, I would reflect back to this video or refer back to it later if you have time, and really look at these fib retrace and what this means, and look at this low bull volume. So if the bulls had more volume here, that could possibly give the Bitcoin bulls more hope that they could get up and over this 0.382. But we have this upper wick of profit taking here, low bull volume below the 0.382, below the EMAs, running into a downtrending quick EMA is not a good place for the Bitcoin bulls. Ethereum. Same thing, same exact scenario. Declining bull volume, little upper wick of bears selling into this. We did get a lower wick of bulls trying to buy this dip and save the bear flag, but we're still at that 0.382 retrace. We need to get up to 39.23 to take that bear flag off the table, and it's not looking good. Not looking good at all. Our next support on Ethereum, 3760, 3686. You say you're stuck, Johnny? That bothers me, that you're stuck in positions. I don't want anybody ever to be stuck in a position. We need to have a plan, an exit plan, an entry plan, and stick to that plan, and that therefore we're never stuck. We may be in positions that are slightly underwater, but it should be according to plan. This little diamond bearish. See if I can see it on the 2 hour. Nah, it's not clear. But gold's a dog, folks. In case you haven't heard it in my voice recently, gold is a dog. It's confirming the bear flag. Your next support, 1770. I wouldn't buy this for my ex-mother-in-law. With her money, I wouldn't. Resistance, 1786 and then 1789. Oil getting the beat down. Dollar must be surging. Let me look at dollar. Yeah. You could tell the dollar was bouncing. We have this hourly bear flag potential on dollar though, and maybe that would give gold a temporary bottom and find a bottom in this fallout. Same thing with oil. Oil, we had a 4-hour EQ when I was coming into this. We've lost that EQ. 70.32 is your support. We just broke it by 7 cents and holding. So I would say that this is still a double bottom, 70.32 and 70.25. We have API estimates out after hours today, 4:30 Eastern. Don't forget, resistance 71.67, 72.03. No problem. Okay. So what I was looking at on NG, I think it was on the 2-day. Yeah, that's a classic bear flag. So I think yesterday I even used the word, it had some giddy up to it, but they ran right into the 0.382 retracement and down they went. So it has not confirmed the bear flag. It would have to lose the low of 363 to confirm it. And bears will have to battle, well, bulls and bears will have to battle right here, this line in the sand, to hold 3686 and then 363. Apple. Yeah, hit the like button. It does, crypto, it does. Crypto moves is saying stronger dollar makes crypto market even riskier. Yes, and it's probably playing into those hourly bear flags, the dollar strength. But the dollar is a bear flag as well in the hourly. So let's see what they can do with that. So a top fish setup. So Apple got another upgrade this morning and down she went. So we bounced a little bit on that upgrade news. So I was looking for a top fish. And then the second trade to develop would be an hourly oversold down here. Actually, let me tell you where it'll be. Why don't I have that? Never mind. So hourly oversold on Apple, 174 is support, then 17361, and I have an alarm set here saying let me know when Apple gets hourly oversold. So initially today I would be looking short Apple up here on any bounce, short, and then I would be looking long at hourly oversold. Does that make sense? So the best reward setup, risk reward, will be shorting a bounce and or going long on a super oversold scenario with hourly oversold on Apple. That would be my favorite trade of the day, by the way, would be this Apple Hourly oversold, that would be my absolute primo setup for the day. Okay, AZO. Man, I talked to y'all about this one yesterday, and it stayed within that range. We have 4 daily inside bars. This thing is super soups tight. Look at this squeeze forming, holding 50 RSI, which makes me lean bullish. So on a pullback to yesterday's low, 1963.63, I would be looking to go long AZO because we're holding this 50 RSI. And on the 2-day, it looks like a bull flag still. So AZO and Apple are my top 2 setups for the day, Queen of the Mountains. And remember, we have tax loss harvesting on Bitcoin. The wash sell rule goes away. So if you're a retail trailer trash. If you're a retail trader and you bought up here at $69,000 and now Bitcoin is down here, in order to recognize that loss and get it to offset other potential gains that you have to sell it. And then you can buy it right back if you would like, because the wash sell rule is not in effect this year. It will be in effect next year. So tax loss harvesting is selling securities at a loss to offset capital gains tax liability. It's typically employed to limit the recognition of short-term gains. It can also offset long-term gains depending on which one it is if you held it longer than 2 years. And of course, these are IRS rules. This is a big deal. And crypto, CNBC covered it twice already this morning about the tax loophole being closed, and the wash sell rule will go into effect January 1. And Coinbase and all the crypto brokers that function in the US will be required to give 1099s next year. That's another layer to the change. This is all part of the infrastructure bill, but they will be required to give 1099s to their crypto US clients. So if you're sitting on a Bitcoin loss or an Ethereum loss, it's best to book that loss. And if you want to be a long-term holder, let's say you bought it up here, you're down, you're underwater, but you're like, I don't care. I want Bitcoin in my portfolio. Okay, you can sell it, get this loss on the books, and then buy it back. I think we're going to have a ton of crypto volatility in the next couple of weeks due to tax loss harvesting and the wash sell rule loophole being closed January 1. So, and I'm also looking at stocks, AMC. I talked to you about this yesterday. It's down this morning. GameStop, it's down this morning. These people that were holding way back here, was this year? Yeah, of course. So they bought up here, up here, up here, up here. They need to sell and get that loss on the books. So we are seeing a lot of tax loss harvesting on these weaker names. So on any bounce on a weaker name, I would look to short. If you want to trade AMC today, I would just look to short bounces. GameStop, look to short bounces. And that goes for any name that had wild moves earlier in the year and then has been pulling back ever since. I've been watching Beyond, but they got to upgrade this morning because I was thinking any bounce should be shorted on Beyond. And it may still be the case because we got a lot of tax loss harvesting that will have to be done. Okay, back to CBOE. All right, so this is a name that I'm looking at for a trampoline move. So we have a daily inside bar. We're holding the 50 MA. We got a little inverse head and shoulders thingy going on. So CBOE and CME, this has a squeeze. Oh, we got a little head and shoulders forming in the RSI. I just saw that. We have a daily inside bar on CME, and it made me go look at CBOE, and I like this name for a swing pick. CBOE for a swing pick. Now, if the market tumbles tomorrow with FOMC, will that be a good pick? Nope. So I'm not recommending jump into any name this week. I would not be adding swing names to my portfolio today or tomorrow. Let the dust settle. Let them duke it out. You may be able to buy things on Blue Light Special Thursday, Friday. So just take it easy, all right? But I've got this name on my radar, CBOE. FCX, this is a bear trade, potential 4-hour bear flag. I would look to short against 38.19. This looks like a potential bear flag on the 4-hour. I like FCX to the short side. We can't get over 50 RSI. JPM. Okay, so this is like coin. Remember I told y'all earlier, remember that chart? Well, JPM is fighting to hold 157.19. Odds favor, we roll on over. That's what odds favor, we break it bare. But if we don't, and we put our stop at 157, then we've theoretically nailed the bottom for a trade. Now, I would not be looking to swing this. It's just something to keep in mind. 157.19, we held it yesterday by 9 pennies. We do have a gap below to keep in mind, 154.55, that could act as a magnet to the downside. So the more I look at it, the more bearish, the more I think that level is absolutely not going to hold. KKR. KKR, this is another name like the coin name, 71.85, and we hit 72.39. So by 54 cents yesterday, we held this support. This was a beautiful swing pick name back here, I believe, and it did beautifully for us. It's been pulling back pretty hard. On the monthly, it could be a bull flag. So I like KKR to the long side, but we got to have things settle down a bit. This morning, things are pretty stirred up. Okay, 4-hour oversold, looking for a weekly higher low. So we're looking for a weekly higher low on NVIDIA. We need a level to play off. That's the problem. We just keep breaking support. So the next support is 262.35. This 26784. So 26784 is your next level on NVIDIA. 4-hour oversold. 4-hour RSI is at 26. Hourly RSI is at 18. This is my third pick of the day. I want it to flush hard. The harder it flushes, the more aggressive I will be with buying the dip. I'm going to wait, and I need a level. If we had a level over here of 270, for example, we had a prior support, I'd be, yay, okay, I can bottom fish that. We don't have a level. So I have to wait for it to do its thing. Find a 2-minute higher low, change the trend, and then I can put my stop under that 2-minute higher low or 2-minute lower low, either one. But I hope it flushes. Keep on flushing. I want to do an oversold bounce trade, looking for the weekly higher low on NVIDIA. XBI, this is Dan pointed this trade out, and I like it. Same thing as KKR and JPM. We're looking for a higher low compared to 106.92. Bulls did some decent work, bounced about $11, giving themselves enough room for a higher low compared to 106.92. Let's see if they can do it. Oh, Chris, I don't know if I would do put options on GameStop because the premiums are so high. If you're buying a put vertical, maybe. Okay. Let's look at open. Yeah, weekly inside bars and potential weekly bear flag on open. This looks like a train wreck. This is a mess. This is a hot mess express, Mal. This is a hot mess express. Okay, where was I? XBI. Okay, workday, double daily inside bar, and it's already breaking bear. I was going to tell y'all I wanted this bearishly. They had Adobe had a downgrade. Net had a downgrade. DDOG had a downgrade. They're going after these information software, these cloud names. They're going after them. And I thought Workday would be a beautiful short with this double daily inside bar, and it's already breaking bear. And what I'm doing is taking what I know about correlations. All of these cloud names are getting hit hard. WDay didn't get a downgrade to my knowledge, but it has this nice double daily inside bar. So I was going to trade this to the downside as a laggard. So I will most likely still trade this one. I like WDay to the short side. I just need a little bounce at open so I can just let me in on the runaway train. Okay. Well, Dan taught me. I learned trading from Dan. So yes, I love oversold bounces. They weren't always my specialty, but the more experience I get, I'm getting more patient with them. I'm getting better at them. I think MU got an upgrade today, but I still don't like this chart. I told y'all yesterday I don't like it. This daily diamond bearish reversal pattern setting up, I don't like it. It did get an upgrade, but I don't like it. All right, one name, and then we're going to wrap it up. MSTR is, they have so much Bitcoin on their balance sheet. It's like looking at the Bitcoin chart is how you should look at it. So we're holding this 465.26 pretty well, actually. Maybe it'll hold like coin did. I would look to short any bounce on this name. We've got the hourly EMAs overhead pushing down price, just no relief in sight. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. TCGers, see you in the room. Use stop losses.